What's up everyone, Monkey Demon 109 here, and this is Assassin's Creed Revelations Lost Streak. So basically what I'm going to do is just go through these 6 lost streaks and tell you what I think about them pretty much, if I recommend them or not. And yeah, so let's get started. Alright, so this first one is Vision. So after you die or get stunned 5 times in a row, you know the location of targets that are like around corners and whatnot. I would assume that this also means that you're able to keep track of them if they're in your line of sight too. However, it doesn't say that, so I don't actually know. Um, so I can kind of see how this might, like how they might have implemented this. So basically, what I'm thinking is like you'd have a little triangle above your target's head that'd be really small if they're really far away, and then it would get bigger as the distance closes. I could see that making sense in a developer's point of view. So I'm not sure if I would use this in place of another lost streak, just because in most situations you have your radar. I think something like assassinate, you want in, but then you kind of like pick your own target, so this wouldn't be very helpful for you. So, yeah, let's move on. Alright, so here we have tracker. So after you have 5 contract losses in a row, I assume that means you either get killed, you get stunned, or you lose your contract 5 times. Your target is revealed to you in your line of sight until you perform a kill. So basically, if they're in front of you or to the side of you or whatever, if you can see them on your screen, they'll be revealed to you again. I don't know what this would look like. I would assume a triangle above their head, but it could also be that they're glowing or something like that. And I would use this because, if you're just doing really bad and like if you're running into a lot of morph people, a lot of disguised people, this could be useful, but it's really only in that situation. All right, so here we have Revelation. So after 5 deaths or stuns that occur to you, it reveals all of your pursuers in your sight until you perform a kill. So I could also see this being very useful because if you're doing super bad and you're dying a bunch, then all of a sudden you can see all of the pursuers around you, and you can at least then get honorable death, if not like stun them with a smoke bomb and then go up and punch them in the face or something. So I would also definitely use this if the conditions are right. But, if you're dying that many times, then the conditions are probably right. Alright, so boost cooldowns. This says occurs after 5 contract losses in a row. So I'm kind of confused on the difference between getting killed or stunned 5 times and having 5 contract losses. I do think that this means that your target escaped you. Not sure. But anyway, this is kind of a cool loss streak. It resets and decreases the duration of all your cooldowns until you perform your next kill. So this would be most useful if you just have abilities that have ridiculously long cooldowns, and if you didn't use like overall cooldowns or something, then if you just die a bunch, then you can just like keep using your abilities until you get a kill. Alright, so score times 2. I use this loss streak a lot in Brotherhood. It saved me multiple times. But when I say saved, I mean it got me from like third or fourth place to first. Um, so after 5 deaths or stuns in a row, you'll get this little thing and it'll double your next score. So usually what I did was I made sure that I had like an incognito and I was gonna poison them and like try to do a focus or something. So I would get like 14 to 1500 points, depending on different situations. But I could also see this having less use in this game since it's harder to get silent kills. I And predicting is harder to use poison unless if you couple it with smoke bomb, assuming you're able to throw smoke bomb at any sort of distance. Um, so yeah, so I can see this being less useful, but the score times two at the same time is always pretty dang useful. So I don't know. I'm probably going to end up using it a lot. Alright, so for this game, apparently 5 was the magic number for lost streaks. So it's basically that you're using all of these streaks on the account of what you think is actually good instead of how many times you die or something like that. So this one, minor hack, allows you to kill your next target. So I would assume that you can't kill a non-target from a distance. So this is pretty cool because if you're getting stunned a lot, then this basically prevents you from being stunned. Um, However, I don't know what the point system would look like for this. So, for instance, I don't know if there would be any difference in points between an incognito and a discrete, status with your target. If there is, I would use this potentially. It depends how much like the points vary and how different they are from regular kills and all that. Um, However, if they don't vary, if it just gives you like a base value of like say 200 or something, I probably wouldn't use this because if I get silent, or actually even if I get discreet, I think discreet is 250. So if that's the case, I would not use this. But if the points vary depending on your status with your target, potentially I would use it. All right, so that wraps up this little playlist thing, and that also wraps up the lost streak portion of this playlist. So yeah, the next video that you're going to see from me is probably just going to be some gameplay video, and I hope this was helpful and you enjoyed it. Yeah, and that's all. So I'll see you later. Bye.